Blanca, remind us a little bit about how his behavior last night showed you that he might not have been giving his all.
Last night he didn't show a lot of emotion. And for someone who doesn't believe that their actions are wrong or bad or that he wasn't cheating, that makes sense. He's not going to show a lot of emotion.
And he had the crossed legs, so he looked relaxed, but he didn't really show that emotion. So tonight, what is it that you saw in his behavior that signaled that he might be taking more personal responsibility?
The defining moment for me was when he talked about his son, that his son would defend him. And he actually looked at his son and said, "Stop defending me." And he got teary-eyed. And we're talking about a man who is very controlled. He says multiple times that he is in control of every outcome of his life, except not anymore. So he had the controlled emotions, but his eyes got teary, and he paused, and he looked down, and his nose got red. He actually had a sniffle and had to make that.
It was a long pause,
It
too.
was. But then you also saw in his body language, he closed down, his legs were closed, and he covered his nether regions. And when we don't feel good or we feel sad, our body language changes and we get smaller.
Okay.
So there was a lot of congruency.
And we saw nothing like that last night.
No.
But then this time when Oprah asked the question, all right, so do you feel remorse? To you, that was a big deal because of the body language you saw from him there?
This was his response. Absolutely. This
that
is
didn't line up,
big,
did it?
no, it's a big disconnect. And it might be because he's talking about he's starting this process. He's starting to realize he no longer has control of his life or his outcome.
So then he's showing no and saying yes, which indicates to you that maybe he hasn't really felt the remorse yet. I got
No,
you.
he's starting that process. He's not quite there.
Got it. Blanca, thank you very much,
You're
as
welcome.
always.